This is why you won't hit your goals in 2026. Before I move on, in this video, I will be working out. It's a light session, so you'll see me warm up, some mobility, a little stability. After that, work on some plyos. The plyos here, very light intensity, extensive plyometrics, just trying to get a lot of ground contact times, building up the rhythm, building that base so my joints, my muscles, my body feels fluid enough to start ramping up things again. And right after that, I'm just gonna go ahead and do some tempo runs for about 100 yards. See that last goalpost over there near the trees? Amazing trees. I think that's about 100. I didn't want to go count, but free balling it, I think that's about 100 yards. So I'm doing that 10 times. I will be running down there about 70% max sprint speed, walking back. As I walk back, I'll probably try to talk to the camera. Hopefully this thing does pick up, and yeah, let's get this started. So I guess I'll go off with number one. Why you won't hit your goal in 2026. Number one, for the most part, most people don't even know what their goals are. They don't. Most of the time, they're just talk, saying, I want this, I want to do that. And deep down, they haven't had time to understand who they really are, who they want, where they're trying to get out of this life. And people, I believe, get caught up in the mix. Like, every year, it happens. We're all human. It happens like, oh yeah, new year, new me. But the day doesn't change. The day doesn't matter. It just rolls over to the next day. What matters is, hey, do you know who you are deep down? Do you know what you're trying to get out of this life? Do you know ultimately what you want? And sometimes that might come and go, different phases of life. But for the most part, I believe most people are just caught up in the moment, just this and that, especially with nowadays with social media, new trend, new fashion, what's this, all that. People are doing this, gotta go there. They're subconsciously trying to live out other people's goals and dreams without really understanding who they are. I hope I'm making sense. Hopefully I'm not like ranting on this first one here, but all I'm trying to say is that take some time to find out who you are. You won't reach your goal if you don't know who you are and you don't know what you want. So that's number one. You don't know your goals. You don't know what you want. That's number one. I don't know how many more I have. Yeah, a little warm up, nothing crazy, nothing specific in this warm up. Just trying to open up my range of motion, mobility, as they like to call it. I think there's 8. Very basic, standard mobility. I believe you don't have to do mobility all the time. As long as you get the heart rate pumping, the blood flowing really good, you're chilling. Now, if you need to be working on that, then yeah, by all means, go for it. But sometimes, just like a kid, kids just go in to go play, no worries. I think that's the same thing applies to adults. But that's why I said, in case for context needed, you do need it, then by all means, do it. Oh man, it's easier when I'm just like not talking to the camera, I guess. All right, but now I'm just gonna hit some plyos and I'm just gonna talk about number 2. Reason number 2 why you won't hit your goals in 2026. Let's say you got your goals. You're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. But then I'm sure you guys heard goals without plans are just dreams. You're not gonna hit your goals if you don't have actionable goals. If you don't have actionable goals, you're not gonna do your goals. And what are actionable goals? Well, think of it. I'm trying to lose 10 pounds in about 2 months, 3 months. That's a goal. Where's the action? The action is that, hey, plan out. Okay, I need to do this. Week 4, I need to do these amount of workouts. I need to do 4 workouts a week for across 12 to 16 weeks, however long you're trying to do it. Or you gotta create a timeline. You gotta make actionable goals to keep yourself accountable. Think about it. If you hit these goals day in, day out, week in, week out, on a monthly basis as well, that's gonna make you more inclined to reach your goals. As opposed to, I'm losing 12 pounds in 12 weeks. I'm just gonna go to the gym. I don't know how many times you hit the gym. I don't know what you're doing in the gym. How's my diet? Am I sleeping? No, we don't know. We're so uncertain, and that uncertainty just leads to even more uncertainty about the goal itself. But now, hey, I'm losing 12 pounds in 12 weeks. All right, how do I get there? Dial it back. All right, I got 12 weeks to make this happen. I'm this weight. I need to get here if I'm trying to lose 12 pounds. This is an example. Different cases are gonna imply different needs and plans. All right, week 1, I need to get in there at least 2 times. All right, once I feel comfortable, I know what I'm doing, I start ramping it up 4 times a week by week 2 or week 3, and then you just keep chopping wood. All right, I know I'm showing up to the gym 4 times a week. What time? These are the times I'm going. What am I eating? This is what I'm eating. You got to dial in. You got to start making these actionable goals. Week 1, like I said, you're doing 2 times a week. 1, 2, checked off. I made it. All right, next level. It's a game. Week 2, week 3, start going up to 4 times a week. I made it again. Week 2, let's get week 3 going. I know I can do it. Let's do it again. Week 3, checked it off. Look at me. I got 4 days in the gym, and you just keep stacking these wins. Although those aren't the actual goals, but these are actionable goals that give you small wins. It's a war. It's a long battle. Peace. You feel me? No war. But oh man, you two might, what's that word they be saying? Shadow ban me, because I use those words. I don't even know. But yeah, essentially what I'm saying is a long game. Every little battle leads up to victory. And by all means, you might miss a battle, which leads me on to number 3. Let me do these pogos real quick. But number 3, you made your plan, you made your actionable goals, but you don't readjust. You don't call the audible call. You're just someone's like, hey, I'm gonna do it no matter what. Kudos to you, man. But you're not gonna reach your goals if you don't change the plan. If you're just literally following the plan as is, despite what's going on around you, things changing, whether that be life, you, stuff like that. If you're not changing the play call, you're not playing the game. You're just autopilot. You're just like, I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep going. Dude, you might be flying too close to the sun. You might be doing something that's out of reach. Maybe you actually can't go to the gym 4 times. You might just need to be going 3, but you're trying to go 4, but then that 4th workout is utterly dog shit, or it's not the best that you can give, or it's honestly just taking away energy from you, which you could have saved better to prepare yourself for the next day. You might be like, hey, I'm going on Thursday, but you need to go Friday, but you're trying to go Thursday because, I don't know, you're trying to party or something. So you got to make adjustments. You got to make adjustments here. You are the quarterback in this game. You're making the audible call. Coach gave you the playbook. All right, coach, this is what I'm reading, defense. All right, bet I need to do this. I need to adjust. All right, Omaha, red 6, stuff like that. You got to make the play call right there. Ultimately, that number 3 is you need to make an audible call. You have to with anything. If you're just following the game plan as is, dude, you're not playing the game. You're not adjusting. You're just going as is, and ultimately, you might either get burnt out, give up. Yeah, honestly, those are just those 2 things. You're gonna give up. You're gonna get burnt out, really. Well, third one, I guess, you won't really see your results as best as you could if you made those adjustments. Let me hit these pogos. And then number 4, you don't have respect for your self-boundaries. You're always probably saying yes to so many things. To parties, friends, work, commitments. Not a bad thing, but you gotta have some respect for yourself. You gotta understand, what am I trying to do? What's gonna be best for me? You gotta be able to say no. And it hurts, feels weird, but people are gonna respect you a lot more if you just tell them no. You don't have to give them a reason. If they ask and you feel comfortable telling them, like, no, I have things to do, I have other, whatever, my goals. And with that just frees up your time. If you're always saying, all right, I gotta take this person out, I gotta go hang out with my friends, or I gotta do this project, I gotta go to meet up with this person for school, which could have probably been postponed for a later time or done a lot earlier. And all right, honestly, the camera didn't die, but the memory storage got filled up. So I don't even know where it left off, but I'm just gonna kind of rewind a little bit. This is probably just my take. I'll probably do this on the back end. I'm gonna go back. I guess it was number 5. Hopefully we're on number 5. If not, next lesson, stand on the shoulders of giants. Literally, what that means, learn from others. If you have people that you know that work out, ask them for guidance. Internet's free. There's a lot of workouts, a lot of information. It's not that hard. It's simple, not easy. Or hey, very least, get some feedback. Ask someone you see that goes to the gym. You see them often. Be like, hey, what do you think about my workout? This is what I do. And so they're gonna be able to guide you a little bit, at least accelerate your growth a lot rapid compared to, hey, you not asking anybody or looking up and you're just going through the motions. It's gonna get you there a whole lot quicker. So that's what I mean. You don't stand on the shoulders of giants. You're not gonna hit your goals in 2026, maybe 2027, maybe 2028, just not sooner. And you could do a whole lot sooner. Everyone wants sooner, right? Do that. And to add on to that, the next lesson would be you give up too easily. You make a mistake. You didn't hit the gym 1 time out of the week, or you had a whole week where you didn't go and you're like, this is it. This me for real is my life. And you're done. No, remember that other lesson, readjust, replan, go for it again. You have to. You gotta keep moving forward. You can't just take a defeat. You gotta take that on the chin. I actually hit myself there, but you gotta take it on the chin and keep moving forward. As simple as that. But if you're the type of person that, hey, give up on first sight, well, you're not gonna hit your goals in 2026 at all. I know, it looks like I'm dancing. I'm just getting some ground contact. It's all about rhythm, different angles. And like I told you, that's all I'm trying to get here. A lot of plyos. I'm about to do some skips right now. And then we're gonna probably go into the runs. I'm feeling a little warmed up now. Let's get some skips in. I'm gonna do this right, hold up. All right, so I gave about 7 reasons as to why you won't hit your goals in 2026. Mainly about fitness, but I do believe they can relate to other aspects of life, whatever goals you have in those areas. And I do say it with certainty that if you do those, you're not gonna hit your goals. Now, I'm not gonna sit here, not even stand here and tell you, hey, if you don't do those, you're gonna hit your goals in 2026. I'm not saying that. We don't know. I just know if you do those, you're for sure. If you're not gonna make a plan, you're not gonna be committed, you're not gonna look to learn, you're not gonna grow. That's for certain, that's for certain. But if you do all that, you're learning, you're growing, you're planning, you're showing up, being consistent, we don't know when you're gonna hit the goal. No one does. You don't know if you will ever hit the goal. As I say that, I feel like that's the beauty of it. You're doing it for the love of the game. You're in it to do it just to get better, to be a better version of yourself. Regardless of the outcome, whatever your goal actually is, you're in the moment. You're in the moment, become a better version of yourself. You're enjoying every aspect of it, falling in love with the process. Sounds cliche, but honestly, I think that's what it ultimately is about. You in the present moment, being consistent, showing up, thriving in the scenarios that you're gonna be put in, and just showing up at the very least and being there. Because yeah, we got outcomes, but like I told you, regardless if you follow this, if you do the opposite, we don't know if you're gonna ever hit the goal. You don't know. But we do know you're gonna grow for sure. You're gonna be a different person as compared to following the 6 reasons. You're gonna be here if you follow the 6 reasons. If you don't follow the 6 reasons, you're gonna grow. But we don't know the outcome. We don't know when the time is. We don't. No one knows. If we knew, everyone would be like, all right, Jan 26, I'm starting because I know come Jan 27, I'll be doing this. No one knows, bro, no one. It's just constantly showing up every day in the moment, being there, fully immersed in what you're doing. Not saying you're gonna fall in love with it, but there's gonna be an aspect of flow state where, dude, you're just doing it to do it. You're in love with that. You're in love with the feeling of getting better. Like, you're not even worried about the outcome no more. You're just in there. You're doing this life, this dance in life. You're just there showing up. But I'll probably add on more to say that. I'll probably talk on the way back. But I got 10 of these, about, like I told you earlier, 75% max speed. Let's go get it. But yeah, there's no timeline, but we know the time's gonna keep going anyways. Why not put your best effort? Why not get after it? There's a risk in it. But honestly, I think there's a risk where you win both sides no matter what. You get the outcome, hell yeah. If we don't get the outcome, maybe there might be some downsides, but hey, that's the price you pay. And ultimately, I know you're gonna enjoy what you did. You're gonna look back at it, it's gonna be the cool story to tell, at the very least. Make the most of this life. It's the only one you get. And the unexamined life, I feel, is not one worth living. Maybe that's something I need to hear. And I'm just telling you guys. Hopefully this resonates with you guys. Just me. Feel the sun ray hitting my face, my arm on the right side. I can feel the way my feet just connect to the ground, heel strike, then it's just slowly going onto the ball of my feet. I feel, for me at least, never gets old. And then I see the yellow sprouts of sunflowers. I think they call it sunflowers, daisies, I don't know. I don't normally check messages while I work out, but I have to be at work in less than about a couple hours. So I was just trying to see any updates. That's all. Not really trying to text anybody. I love just being by myself. You the better soccer player between y'all? Huh? You the better soccer player between them? Yeah. Hell yeah. It's only 10 minutes. Hopefully recorded.